diamond ring and 12 red roses, everything she ever wanted, all those dreams, and now they're finally here.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm so happy to be here again and just sit down and talk to you guys. A lot has happened since I filmed my last video. As you can tell with the title of this video, I recently got engaged, and it's been kind of like a crazy ride already, so we're super excited. So today I thought I would go ahead and just talk to you guys about it, and I am planning to have a whole wedding series going on my channel, so you guys can kind of follow us on this journey and just for me to talk to you guys about, you know, kind of the different things that go into planning a wedding. I love planning events, and this is kind of like the biggest event of my life, so I'm really excited to just see it all come together. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing kind of like different videos on, you know, like tips and kind of like my personal perspective on things, you know, because of my experience with it. If you guys are interested in watching, just stay tuned. Alright guys, so to start off, I thought I would just go ahead and give you kind of a little background on us and our engagement. Pretty much, Ricardo and I, my fiance, we've been together for a little over 3 years. However, we've known each other for a really long time. We met like back in 2009, and we met in college, so that was really cool. We just kind of got to go through college together and just kind of, you know, really be there for each other. We became really good friends throughout college, and, you know, we were like the best of friends. And then, you know, kind of like, you know, with time we started realizing, you know, we kind of really liked each other. We were always with each other, and like we enjoyed being together. So, you know, we made it official once I graduated from college, and we've been together ever since. So yeah, so that's a little bit of us. We got together in January. It was January 12th, 2013, so a little over 3 years ago. However, this year for my birthday, back in February, he decided to propose, and it was just such a great kind of like day, just because everything just kind of fell into place. He played it off really well just because it was my birthday, and so he was like, yeah, I want to make your birthday special, you know, let's go do this, let's do that. And I was like, okay, you know, that's cool. But really, like, he had it all kind of like planned together to make it really special. So so pretty much how it went, the proposal, it was pretty much my birthday, and he had said that he wanted to take me out to eat like later on in the day, and my birthday fell on a Saturday this year, so, you know, it was pretty chill. So he's like, you know, just, you know, go hang out with your parents or something, you know, we'll meet up later on. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So like we went out to eat with my parents like earlier that day. And then after, but in the morning he like came and like he dropped off some like flowers and, you know, happy birthday balloons, and I was like, cool, you know. But then he's like, I gotta go. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I gotta go. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But anyways, and so I didn't really hear much from him throughout the day until after like we went out to eat with my parents, and then we came home, and he's like, hey, you know, so I was thinking, you know, we can go out to eat. So, you know, get ready, I'll be at your house pretty soon. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So like I got ready, and then he wouldn't tell me where we were gonna go eat. So he was like, yeah, you know, it'll be a surprise. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Everything just kind of ended up being kind of really fishy, just because we always talk about everything, and like he asked me like for my opinions on things, like where we want to eat, stuff like that. And this time he didn't really ask me. He's like, you know, I got it. And I'm like, all right, sounds cool. So so he picked me up, and we went out to eat at this restaurant, and it was just such a beautiful restaurant because it was like the restaurant itself, and then it had like a garden in the back. So he's like, yeah, you know, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna go walk in the garden. I was like, all right, cool. So we were eating, but while we were eating, like, he was acting so like weird, because he was like, you know what, my stomach's not really feeling that well, I think I'm gonna go step outside for a little bit. And I'm like, Ricardo's stomach never hurts. Like, it's usually me with the sensitive stomach, him is like, you know, never. But I'm like, this is so weird, and we have barely ate anything, eaten anything, and his stomach's starting. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he stepped out, and then like he took forever to come back. So finally he comes back, and then we were just there, and then like the waiter brings me like a little happy birthday dessert. So we were eating that. He's like, hey, let me take a picture of you guys, and we're like, okay, cool. And then right after that, again, Ricardo's like, you know, my stomach's really not feeling well. I think I'm gonna step outside again. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, I was kind of worrying about him at that point, because I'm like, what's going on? And while he was sitting, he like kept texting and stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh no, you know, my family's just wishing you a happy birthday. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. But then he's like, I'm gonna step outside. So he stepped outside again. He stepped outside twice. And then I was just kind of like, okay, you know, this is where something's up. So yeah, so then we were eating, and then he's like, well, you know, after we finished, like, he's like, let's go walk outside, like in the garden. And so so we do that. So we go outside, and by this time it's kind of like dark now, but the garden, it had like lights and stuff outside, so it was nice. There was like a little like river. It was really, really pretty. And so we were walking, and then all of a sudden, like, I realized there's like these little like flaming lights behind this tree, and I'm like, is something like catching on fire over there? I'm like, I'm like, do you see that? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, let's go see what that is. I'm like, okay. So we walk over there, and there was like, you know, kind of like a tablecloth laid out with like rose petals and candles and like a picture of us and a little gift. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, look, this is for you for your birthday. And I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, who did this? Like, when did you do this? And he's like, oh no, you know, the restaurant people helped me out. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's cute, you know. He's like, open your present. And so I pick up the bag, and inside there was a frame that said, will you marry me on it? And then I automatically like turn around to look at him, and then he's like on one knee already. And then, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, like, he really got me good with this one, because, you know, the whole time I was thinking, you know, it's my birthday, like, he's trying to make it special, you know, and that's it. But then when he was on his knee, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and then he started, you know, doing all these cute things, and then he asked me if I would marry him, and I said yes. And yeah, and so that was awesome. And then after like a little while, like as soon as I said yes, I started hearing like these little like clicks, like camera. And then it was like my brother, he was like taking pictures, and then all of a sudden I see like my whole family and his family coming down to congratulate us. And they had like balloons, like white balloons, and like a red rose. And then they were coming over to hand it to us, and it was just like super, super sweet. I was so happy that everyone was there, just because, you know, we're both kind of really big family people, and it was nice to be able to share it with everyone. So that's how that went. Yeah, and then after that we went out to eat with like the whole family just to celebrate, and it was really, really special. So yeah, so at the time, like as soon as everything happened though, once he got on his knee, like everything just started like happening so fast. Like, I was like, is this serious? Like, it felt kind of like unreal, like kind of like a dream. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just kind of like, whoa, you know, like I'm engaged, I'm gonna get married. Like, it was a big deal. So it took me like a little while to realize that that was actually happening. But once, you know, it all kicked in, it was like so special. So yeah, so that was good. And then we took pictures and, you know, did cute little things, but it was so special. But pretty much that was the engagement. I have some pictures of it, and I posted some pictures of it in my birthday get ready with me video, so if you guys want to check that out, but I'll add some.
And she wants to stay right here,
and yeah, that was the engagement.
make it last
awesome, just because,
for 100
you know,
more years.
we've known each other for so long, and like kind of like last year, like during the summertime, like we kind of started talking about things, you know, about the future and like where we thought, you know, things were going. And, you know, we were all on the same page about, you know, we want to make this last. We want to, you know, get married one day. And so one day, like some random day, he asked me, he's like, hey, so, you know, what kind of style of rings do you like? You know, what would you like? And then I was like, oh, you know, I don't know. And so we like kind of started like browsing together, looking at stuff. And so we just kind of looked at some stuff. But after that day, he didn't really mention it again. So it totally caught me off guard because, you know, at the time he asked me, I thought, okay, you know, he's gonna propose like sometime soon. That was like in the summer of last year, and then I didn't hear anything about it. And then my birthday was in February. So it's kind of crazy because he tricked me. Like, I thought it was gonna happen pretty soon, and then it didn't. And I was like, okay, you know, it's just gonna happen whenever it's the right time, and it did. And we're super excited. And yeah, so that was a proposal. So now on to the ring. I know you guys probably have questions about it, but this is pretty much what it looks like, and I'll put it close up. It's a 1 carat solitaire diamond, and then it's a Takori. From the ribbon engagements collection. So it's amazing. I love it. It's perfect. It's everything I ever wanted, just because it's girly, but it's really, you know, classy, and I love it so much. So I'll put a close up here so you guys can see it if you guys are wondering about it. Alright, so that is pretty much everything for the engagement and proposal. With the next couple videos, I think I'm just going to go in and just take you along with me for different stages of planning. We've got a lot of things already under our belt, so I can, you know, kind of share that with you guys and just kind of give you tips for my experience. So yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions or any type of video that you guys want me to include in this wedding series, definitely let me know down below, because I would love to do that. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're looking forward to this wedding series. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified as soon as a new video is. I hope you guys are having a great day. Remember, you are all beautifully and wonderfully made, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.